Hi guys, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Today's video will be on a classic Sudoku created by Akash Dulani. This Sudoku has been taken from his blog World of Sudoku, where he has posted close to 250 Sudokus, all handcrafted by Akash, and all of which have excellent solve paths. I've solved almost all the Sudokus from his blog, and I've really enjoyed solving them. He has also published 4 Sudoku books, and you can check out the same from his blog. They are all excellent to solve. Having purchased them and having solved from them, I can really vouch for their quality. Do check out his blog. You'll find lots of handcrafted Sudokus and you'll enjoy solving them for sure. So the link to solve this Sudoku is given in the description. Do give it a try and come back and watch the video. So let us start solving the Sudoku now. Classic rules apply. Each row, each column and 3 by 3 box will have digits from 1 to 9 without repetitions. So with that, we'll start solving the Sudoku now. Actually, I've solved this Sudoku earlier and I really like the trick that was used at the end, and it might stump solvers. It's not easy to see, so I thought of making a video on this trick. So hope you guys enjoy watching me solve this Sudoku. Okay, so let us start solving now. 7 in column 4 and 6, so 7 goes in one of these cells. Because of the 7 there, so I can mark the 7 here, so that becomes a 7. And 6 is in row 5, 6, so 6 goes in one of these cells. Okay, 7 in column 8 and 9, 7 goes in one of these cells. 8 is in row 8, row 9, so 8 goes in one of these cells. 5 is in row 1, row 2, 5 goes in one of these cells, these two cells. And because of the 5 here, you can place the 5 immediately, so that's a 5. Do we get more 5s? Okay, not really. So 5 in box 6 has two options, this cell or this cell. Because of row 5, 5 and column 7, 5, you get 5 in these two cells. Okay, 2 is in row 2, row 3, which means that 2 must go in one of these cells, and that 2 gives us a 2 here. So which means that you get another 2 here, just looking along the direction of the 2. You have an 8 that you can place right away. So 8 goes here, and that means that 8 goes in one of these cells, and 8 in column 7 and column 9. So which means that 8 must be in one of these two cells, and that 8 resolves this 8 immediately. So that gives 8 in one of these cells. And okay, this is nice. So in column 3 now you'll notice that there is only one cell left for the 8 because of the 8's here in row 2 and row 6. 8 cannot go here, 8 cannot go here, which means that 8 has to be in this column, but we already know that 8 must be in these two cells. So this would have to be our 8. Okay, 5 can be placed in box 8 now, because 5 can't be here because of this 5, and 5 is removed from here. And that gives 5 in one of these cells. Five must be in one of these cells in box 5. So I'm just looking at all the 5s in all boxes. So where do we go now? A quick scan reveals to me that this box is interesting. 1, 5, 8, 2, 6 and 7. So remaining digits must be 3, 4 and 9. And you have 4 here, so that's not a 4. And you have 3 and 9 here, so that's right away a 4. So I can place the 4 here, and that means this is a 3, 9. Okay, so I don't think we can resolve this parrot. So these two cells, 2, 5, 7, 8, 1, 4. So 6 must be in these two cells, and they must be 3, 6, 9. So let me also make a corner pencil mark. 6 must be in those cells, and 3 gets removed from here, so that is a 6 and 9. Now let us look at maybe row 7. 3, 4, 7, 8, 5 and 9. So the remaining cells, these two cells must be 1, 2 and 6, and even this one must be 1, 2, 6, and you have 1 and 2 in column 9. So we get a hidden single, so that's a 6. That's 1 and 2, that's 1 and 2. Okay, and because of the 6 we placed, we can place the 6 in one of these cells, and 6 is in one of these cells. Okay, 6 in row 9. So we just got some activity with the 6, so I'm just continuing along the 6. So 6 must be in one of these two cells. Okay, let us make some pencil marks here now. We haven't yet started writing down pencil marks full-fledged. You have 3, 4, 5, 8. So this is 1 and 6, so which means that these two cells must be 2, 7, 9. 3, 5, 7, 2 and 8. So remaining candidates are 1, 4, 6, 9. So that's not 6, so that's 1, 4, 9. That's 1, 4, 6 because of the 9 here. Okay, 7 is in row 4 and row 5, which means 7 must be in one of those cells, and that gives a pair. So we have logged a 7, 8 pair here. So that becomes a 7, 8 pair, and 3, 7, 8, 4 and 5. So these two cells must be 1, 2 and 9, and even this must be 1, 2, 9. And 2 gets removed from here because of this 2, so that's 1 and 9. So let us look at row 6 now. 2, 6, 3, 7, 8. So 1, 4, 5 and 9. Can't have 1 here. So these two cells must be 4, 5 and 9. And okay, you have 5 here and a 9 here. So this cell is not a 5, 9. So that's a 4. So that is not 4. So that's 5, 9. So this would be 1, 5, 9. 5 gets removed from here. So that's 1 and 9. Okay, so 1, 8, 4, 6, 7 and 5. So this means these two cells must be 2, 3, 9. And you have, okay, 4 is in row 4 and row 6, which means that this cell has to be a 4. So that becomes my 4 in box 2. So that's not a 4. So that's 1 and 9. So 4 is in one of these cells. And you have 4 eliminated from this cell. So for row 3, we have only one cell left. So that cell has to be a 4. So this is a 4. And these two cells using classic, one of them will be a 4. And one of these two cells will be a 4 because of the force here. And this 4 helps us to resolve all the 4s, I think. So that's not a 4. A really nice Sudoku, guys. Not so easy, but you can see that it's so much fun to solve already. So 1, 2, 4, 7, 6 and 8. So this would be 3, 9. That has to be a 3, 5, 9. And these two cells must be 3, 5, 9. 5 gets eliminated here, and this has to be 3, 5, 9. Okay. This has to be 1, 3, 9. So these two cells can't be 3, 4, 5, 7 and 8 and cannot be 1. So they would have to be a 2, 6, 9. And this is not a 2, so that's a 6 and 9. Okay. Okay, this cell in row 9 can't be 1, 5, 6, 4 and 8 cannot be a 9, so that has to be 2, 3, 7. Now it seems to have become trickier. Okay, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8 and 9. So this has to be 1, 3, 6. This has to be 1, 3, 9 because of the 6 here. Okay, this cell cannot be 4, 8, 6, 9 and 2, 1, 7. So this would have to be 1, 3 and 5. Okay, you have 1, 6 here, right? So which means 9 must be in one of these cells, and that helps us to reduce 9 pencil mark from these two cells. So this is 1, 3, this is 3, 6. Okay, the remaining cells all have 4 or more candidates. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 are ruled out. So 2, 4, 5, 8 and 3 you have. So this would be 1, 6, 7, 9, right? All candidates are possible there. Okay, so you can place the 1 here right away, right? So 3, 9 pair, I missed this, so that has to be a 1. So that's a 5, 9 now. You have 5, 9 pair. Okay, so 1 goes in one of these cells. Okay, that may be interesting later on. Okay, so at this point I think we need to use the step that I wanted to show in the video. So if you want to take a pass at this stage, you may pause the video and try to find out the step yourself. It's really a nice trick at this point. Okay, so I'm going to reveal that step. So for that we need to do some coloring maybe, and I'm just quickly going to scroll a little bit. Sorry for this. So I'll just come back to the, yeah. So let us just use coloring technique, the simple coloring technique. So if for the 3, so if this cell is on, this cell would be off, right? So we are going to mark the on and off status of 3. So in this box, if this cell is 3, this is not 3, and if this is 3, this is not 3, which means that these two have opposite polarities, right? So and similarly for this column, if this is on, this would be off, right? And this has to be on because only 2 cells left for the 3 and one of them have to be on, which means that it has to be present there, and one has to be off, which means that it has to be absent there. Okay, so and if you look at row 9 now, this is one of the polarities, so which means that this has to be red because 3 has only 2 options in row 9. Now can we use this? Okay, so this can be marked as red, right? So this would have to be red, that has to be a green, which means that this is not a 3. Okay, that we knew already. So 1, 6, 7, 4, 3, 4, 8. So this would be 2, 5 and 9. Okay, okay, 3 goes in one of these cells. So we can't mark them as red or green yet because we are not able to connect it to the chain yet, right? Actually, there is some other trick that you can use at this point, but let's not use that. So you have 8 in one of these cells, right? And you also have 8 in one of these cells, which means that these two cells, okay, there is a 7 already there. I thought we could use the unique rectangle idea. So I seem to have forgotten something here because I'm not yet seeing the intended logic. Okay. So I'm able to see it now. So in column 9, if you look at, these two cells are the only cells which can take the 3. And now comes the really interesting step about this Sudoku, guys. So if both of these cells are on, we know that either both of these cells are on or both of these cells are off. And how do we know that? Because both of these cells are of the same color, and which means they would have the same status, either on, which means 3 is present, or off, which means 3 is absent. But if both of these are on, you'll notice that in column 9 there is no cell left to take the 3. A really nice deduction, guys, really nice deduction. So which means that these two cells has to be off, which means 3 cannot be there. So I think we can go back to the previous Sudoku mode and try to solve the Sudoku now. A little bit more. Okay. So now we know for sure these cells cannot be 3, so that has to be a 9. I'll go there. That has to be a 9, which means that's a 6, that is 3, that is 1, and that is 9. A really nice trick, right? Superb, really fun one to solve. Maybe there are different ways to look at this technique, but I really like the way how I identified this trick. So that's a 3, that's 9, so that's 5, that's 3. And because of this 9, you get 6 here and a 2 here, and which means that is not a 2, so that's 1 and 9. So which means these two are not 9, so that's a 2 3 pair. And that 9 removes the 9 from this cell, so that's 3 5. 1 is removed, 3 is removed, 1 and 9. Okay, 3 is removed from here, so that's 2 7. Okay, this has to be a 5 for the row, and that means that is a 9, that's a 3, that's a 5, and that gives 6 here, a 1 here, a 9 here, and we are just rushing through the Sudoku now. Superb. 1 2 4 5 3 6 and 7. So these two cells would be 8 9, 2 8 9 3 4 5. So these would have to be 1 6 7, and 6 is removed from here, so 1 and 7. Okay, this is not a 5, that's 1 and 3. 4 8 9 1 5 6, so that has to be 3 7. 2 is eliminated from there, so that's 3 7. So this cell can't be 6, right, because of the 6 here, so that's a 6. And this would be 1 7 9 for the column, and you can't have 9 there, so 1 and 7, and you have 1 7 pair now, which means this is a 9, that is a 1, that's not 1, that's 6 and 7. 6 is here, so that's a 7, that is 1, that is 7, that is 3, that is 1, that's a 2, that's a 2, that's a 3, that is a 7. And we can just rush through the final steps of the Sudoku now. So you have 2 here, so that's 1, that's 6, and okay, this is 2, that is 9, that is 9, that is 8, that is 8, and that is 7. And with that, we have completed this really nice Sudoku by Akash Dulani. I think there may be different ways to continue the Sudoku at the point where I showed the coloring technique. But I really, like I said, I really enjoyed the way that I saw this Sudoku, that 3 could not be there if both of those cells are on. Hopefully, hope you guys got to understand something new, and which you can use in future Sudokus. Do let us know your thoughts and comments. If you enjoyed the video, please give the video a like and do subscribe to the channel. Your subscription is a high source of motivation for us. Hope to see you guys soon. Take care, you guys. Bye bye.